Alright, y'all, so here we go. If y'all saw my last video, I was basically reacting to the GameSpot first preview hands-on vid by Jake Decker. I think that's what the brother's name was.
All right, last week I got to play it.
Hey, don't disrespect me. I ain't even finished my intro yet. I smack somebody. I don't play that. Listen, this is gonna be the hands-on. It's like 19 minutes. This gameplay breakdown. I'm sorry, the hands-on was the last one. So this is gonna be the gameplay breakdown. So we're gonna see what they talking about, see if they tell us anything new from the hands-on.
90 minutes of Beast of Reincarnation. I did a whole preview, and you can check it.
All right, first of all, watch your mouth, because I didn't tell you. Now it's fine.
All right, last week I got to play 90 minutes of Beast of Reincarnation. I did a whole preview, and you can check it out. It's about 10 minutes, but while I was there, I was able to capture everything I played. So I thought what I'd do is I'd pull some of the best or most interesting moments from my gameplay session and break them down. Now, normally we would just post this as is, and you could watch the gameplay for yourself. Unfortunately, they asked us not to post the gameplay raw. They wanted a bit of narration, so you're stuck with me for a little bit, but we'll try to get some good information out of these bits. Anyway, without further ado, let's get going. So this is essentially how the game starts. Now, there is like a prelude sort of...
Jake did tell us that he did, you know, he basically, if y'all didn't see the last video, he told us how it kind of started. I forgot what the machine is gonna be called. He's gonna tell us again, but you know, this is like the first area. I don't know if it's fully open world. It seems like it might be sections that are pretty big.
The thing where you get a little bit of lore backstory, but this is the first in-game cutscene, and as you can tell, it looks pretty good. One thing I want to note is that when you start the game, you can choose between two modes: standard or cinematic. Cinematic sets the frame rate to 24 frames a second during cutscenes. I opted to just do standard, so this is running at, I believe, 60. I think we had it at uncapped, so it might fluctuate, but I don't have the actual frame rate data. But speaking about cinematic, the main reason why I wanted to show this is because this game is freaking cinematic, right? Game Freak, best known for Pokemon. There's a lot of ways you could describe Pokemon games. Cinematic is not one of them. This is more cinematic than anything they've done before, and there's a cool shot coming up that I think is kind of emblematic of it right here.
Who the hell is that? Wait, I think they just told us the name. I know the person. Oh, bro, I'm not even going. I'm gonna butcher it, cause that almost didn't even seem like a Japanese name. Cause this, if y'all don't know, he's gonna tell us. But this takes place in Japan. You're trying to get from one spot in Japan to another.
And then right here we've got the walker thing. I forget what it's called. It's called like call it by its name in my preview. This is sort of like your van, and this is how you get around the world. You don't actually get to pilot it, but you return to this thing often. It's kind of like a home base, but also it lets you travel from different parts of the game world.
But I guess what I was saying is that her name didn't seem like a Japanese name. But, apparently it does take place in the future. There's a lot of overgrowth for some reason that I think they'll kind of explain. These parts I wonder if I'm going to have to replace with other music.
So the way Game Freak has been describing this game is that it is a road trip, essentially. You, Emma, and Ku are basically traveling across Japan. It takes place, I think, like 1,000 or 2,000 years in the future. As you can tell, everything is destroyed and overgrown. And as Emma, you need to destroy these creatures. They're called like Malefics, and they roam the wild. They seem to be overtaken by some sort of growth. Okay, so this is the first open area you get to explore. These areas, I wouldn't say are narrow, but there is a direct path through them in order to get to the next story beat.
Okay. You know what I also like about this is that it's in Japanese. I don't do dub.
These are checkpoints, quite literally.
For my animes or anything else,
not a bonfire, a campfire. When you interact, I think it resets the enemies, and you can do your normal stuff like level up, acquire skills, and.
Oh damn! Wait a minute, Jake. So this is the first time we saw I don't think he showed us the pause menu or the camp.
I think it resets the enemies, and you can do your.
Oh, it does reset the enemies. So that part is Souls-like. But if y'all are unaware, I'll probably say it again. But like, it's not supposed to be as hardcore as the Souls games. But look, it has rest, which obviously, like we always know, it brings your health back, replenishes it. level up attributes, takes you to the skill tree. Then I guess there's specific skills that you can acquire. That's fine. I mean, the skill tree. I don't know if one is for her and one is for Ku, because like there is different ones for Ku and Emma, but I don't know if they both have something under both level up attributes and acquire skills, enhance equipment, view pack, and then there are tutorials and save game.
Normal stuff like level up, acquire skills, and it's quite literally a skill tree.
Okay. Is it for both of them? That's the question.
All right, we're gonna move on though.
Okay, he skipped the whole shit. Okay.
You can tell by listening to the music too. It's very Nier Automata inspired.
Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
All right, first bit of
what's Buddy
combat.
doing?
So when
He's
your
just
sword glows like that, it means you did a parry,
Like
and
a
you can
perfect parry,
see
just a
that
regular
little
parry.
yellow bar under their health kind of fill.
For the stagger.
Just like Sekiro,
Okay.
when that maxes out, they stagger, and you can follow up with a killing blow.
Okay, so other dude
バイオレット
is robot. He's not.
エマ
He's not oiled
話が
up.
聞けるものを探そう
He just seems stuck. I don't know. His battery's out. Something. I wonder if you can use amber to like craft anything. Cause I have a feeling there's no like. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't use certain amber that you find for attributes and things or skill.
Another thing to point out is that there's a lot of
Points, whatever.
verticality in this game.
I
This
don't
is something that kind of surprised me. I know in the trailers you could see her doing this, but I didn't expect you'd be able to do this right out of the gate and
That's pretty
go
dope.
as high as you can. But it seems like, you know, some of these buildings you might see in the background, you might be able to scale them. I didn't have time to try it myself.
Exploration.
But given how much height you get off that jump, kind of makes sense.
お前はどこから来たの
All right, so this is post-apocalyptic. It seems like for the most part, the only things still alive are these golems. I have to imagine these golems were man-made. Maybe they destroyed humanity, something like that, because the interactions I've seen between golems and Emma, they don't seem to like Emma that much. And what they're talking about is a nushi. Now, I looked that up in Japanese. I believe that means like head of household, master. These nushis are sort of the bosses of the area, at least for this area, that seems to be true. You are hunting a big creature throughout it. Also, as you can tell, I'm playing in Japanese. English will be available at launch. They recommended I play
what I'm talking about,
Japanese.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake. Oh, and they recommended it, right? Just not for nothing. For those of y'all, and I'm not coming at you for using dubbed. I'm really not. I'm sure some people in some of the companies don't care, but this is more so just for all of us to understand that for different cultures, they probably appreciate when they make a game that people in other places will play it the way they pictured it. But all that aside, this is very iRobot. You notice this one is not attacking her, but it's got their blue light on. When no one's attacking, it's got their red light on. When the N95s is going on, or is it NS5s? I don't know.
So we're going to pause here. The reason why I wanted to include this is because it kind of shows how the affinities work in this game. So there are different affinities. What we're looking at here are the affinities tied to Ku's moves. Now, once you press the Y button or the triangle button, depending on what controller you're playing on, you slow down time, essentially freeze it, and then you can pick from these different moves that Ku has. They also come with different affinity. So the one we're on right now, this bloom, it deals high destructive damage. So these enemies with the shield, their shield is weak to destructive damage. So we're going to choose that. Destroys the shield, immediately staggers it, and then I jump in for the kill. One thing they were saying when I was checking this out is that they said that this is hard, but it's not as hard as Souls-likes. And a big reason for that is that it gives you a lot of options, Ku being one of it.
So it might be more difficult than I thought. Like at first, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sounded like it was just not that it wasn't gonna have no difficulty, but that if you've played action adventure games, like it's not gonna be that difficult for you. But now, from what he just said, it makes me think that's not gonna be real difficult. Like he said, not Souls-like, but it's gonna still have, like you still gonna have to play. You still gonna have to get kind of nice at it so that you don't die every 2 seconds. I wouldn't. I'm kind of mad it's just called Wooden Box, but like not really, because I guess in games like these, it's like straightforward.
敵だ
See, motherfucking light blue till you get aggressive. They attacked me. Ooh, the goddamn robots, John. You know what I'm saying? Every time they attacked me, they had their red light on. I'm just saying.
ク
So I guess Cool is kind of nice with. Cool has some like specific attacks that seem to. Well, I guess is what he was saying. That seems to kind of break the shields easy, which is nice. Look like a little bit of a tail whip. They're not gonna get away from Pokemon allegations, at least not yet. But this will become its own thing, I'm sure. And if this ends up being good, which I wouldn't be surprised that it is, I'm gonna be looking forward to Game Freak's next game. That's not Pokemon, which is something I never
one
thought
thing I did notice is that just because you see the button prompt doesn't mean you'll activate it. I think you need to be pointing almost directly at it in order to activate it.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, that might get annoying. So like, you see how like I hope that it doesn't happen too often. But like
that
moments
just
like
these
you see is where you could get pissed off at games. For those of y'all who've played, you know what I'm saying. It's like they're like, it's not. You don't want inconsistency with this. Because if I go up and I think I'm going to get them, you know what I mean, I'm going to be tight if I miss. Like,
the button prompt doesn't mean you'll activate it. I think you need to be pointing almost directly at it in order to activate it.
Basically what I'm saying is I'm not mad if I miss sometimes. But I'm gonna be mad if it's like if I miss a lot, you know what I'm saying. But unless it's something that it's like the more you do it, the more you're just gonna get good at it. So you're just not gonna overshoot it.
This was like the only thing I died against. He's got like a skull over his head. I don't think I was a high enough level for him when I fought him. But I think I put up a decent fight.
That's right.
But it seems like these sort of enemies are existing outside of the main path, you know. Kind of typical. Right? Like there's a tougher enemy. If you want to put in the work to level up or really understand his patterns, you can take him on, defeat him, and he'll likely have a treasure.
Yeah, it's kind of making me think of Liza P and like some of their enemies. And because of the mechanical movement, it kind of looks like this dude looks like he might have been modeled after some kind of samurai, maybe. Okay. I like that though. That was a one hit a quitter.
And as you can see, Ku's kind of got a mind of its own. Even if I'm not commanding it, Ku is putting down pressure, attacking. But as you can see in the bottom right corner, that's sort of its Ku's action points or whatever. And those specific call-out attacks you do, use some of that. And every time you successfully parry, Ku gets stamina back.
Okay, but here's the question I have, Jake. What is this? Did he explain this yet? Because this feels like, I feel like I was playing something recently where the LS plus RS did like some special move. I just can't think of what game I'm thinking of. It might even been something on Nintendo. I ain't gonna lie to you. But like you feel like this would be nice for if you're in a kind of in a bind. Hopefully like some kind of ultimate or something. Or, you know, I don't know, something that can kind of help you. But Jake did tell us that he died here. He told us in the last video too. Yeah, got clapped up. But
so I included this because if you noticed, I actually didn't start at the campfire when I died. I started at a checkpoint, and I believe that checkpoint was set after I talked to that golem in this shack, which is kind of interesting. In Souls game Sekiro, it puts you back at that bonfire, and this, it seems like there's natural checkpoints throughout it.
Wait, that's
okay.
good.
So we are continuing on the main path again.
Good, I think.
This is Emma's hair. Basically, if you hold R, you can extend this out, and you can use it to cross gaps. Once again, there's a lot of traversal mechanics.
I like that. I wonder if there's any more
We're gonna
traversal
take
mechanics.
a look at. Well, I hit the wrong button, but we're gonna take a look at some skill trees here.
I say that because if Emma's hair turned into wings, and she could fly a little bit, that'd be a little tough. Not for nothing. Make it a little bit like.
So first we're going to level up attributes. So if you've played a Souls game, this should look pretty familiar. Big difference is that there's only 3 main attributes: strength, vitality, fluorescence. So by upgrading these, they improve different stats as you'd expect. Vitality improves HP, strength improves attack, defense. I actually don't think I leveled up fluorescence at all, but I have to imagine it's like skill power and critical rate, because skill power is like special moves you can get. And it looks like you get an attribute point for each time you level up.
Okay. Look at this for a sec. Now, this is, again, they're going to get the Pokemon joints, but this is also a thing in Souls games and other games too, where it's like elemental afflict, elemental resist. So it's like whatever your builds are, I don't know if you'll be able to make several different builds. I mean, I guess you can anytime there's a skill tree, but I think it has to be that like you can retract skill points you've used. So we'll see, and then like disperse them separate, like in a different way for another build. So that's kind of fire. But we like this. We can enhance main skill, hair level 1, required attributes, vitality. Okay. Oh, so it tells you how much you need in order for you to even use it. I like that. We've seen stuff like that before, but I guess you say strength is offense, vitality is defense, and I guess fluorescence is magic. That's what we gonna leave it at for now. I don't know how true that is.
And then we have the skill tree. So the way the skill tree works is that in order to access specific skills, you need to improve your attributes. As you can tell there, it said required attributes 7/7. Tracking shot requires 7 fluorescence. Don't have that, so can't do it. But I think we're going to do Entanglement Overdrive, which increases the duration of your time slowdown
talking about one
skill.
of Will's movies. Well, Jada, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why they... Anyway, no more entanglements, bro. I wish they had a different name. No bow. You know what I'm saying? That's messed up. Okay. And I guess you can level up level up the blade. All right. It looks like
so on top
like
of
5 or 6
Emma's skills, Ku also has his own skill tree
levels
and attributes. I don't level him up in these sections of gameplay. Okay, so I'm following the main story. So this is sort of like a dungeon, I would say. So we're exploring the overworld, and we are in Subcity number 1, which to me tells me that there are multiple subcities like this you'll be able to explore.
こちらでも観測しているが、暴走ゴーレムの反応ばかりだ。
Okay. Yeah. Definitely stop at that campsite because it looked like it could get real ill down here, real wicked.
And we're gonna skip ahead a little because I did some more leveling up here.
Like it can get real hectic in here.
待て。奥の扉、その先にもゴーレムの反応がある。奴らを全滅させれば、ロックは解除されるはずだ。
They got robots that can.
So my goal
can
essentially
feel
for
ki?
this was to destroy all the machines here.
See?
And there we go. I whiffed the
see?
aerial attack.
Nah,
that's
Jake.
okay.
No, Jake. That's the part that's gonna scare me. So far, that's the only thing I've seen that make me nervous. Like, I really don't want that to be happening too much. Although in a way, it may not matter. Like, I don't know. You're not really. I don't know how stealthy you're supposed to be in this game. Oh yeah, broke that joint before you could even. Yeah, come in, stupid. I like. Oh. And a rhythmatic unit.
Like I said, the
Extracted
Cleanse
from the
Walker,
coastal
that's the name
colonies,
of the vehicle at the beginning that I forgot the name of.
something.
That's sort of your base of operations, and those things seem to improve it. I don't know how. I didn't get to really do that, but I know inside the Cleanse Walker you can like upgrade weapons, level up. I think even upgrade your gear.
But it is. I mean, it is very Sekiro-ish. I was gonna bring up Spider-Man again, but you can.
He's not pretty, but hey, he's dead.
Yeah. Clapped up. Stupid. He's not even using shield to guard me. Like, cool, beat his ass. Break the shield or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There also is a crouch. However, it doesn't give you the tutorial for that until after you beat the first boss. So I just didn't even try crouching. I was like, well, like, I'm just going to parry everything.
Okay.
So before I can enter, of course, there is another golem. This one is a little tougher. Got a much bigger health bar, and it has a skull. It's not as red as the other enemy, but it's still red, as you can see.
Yeah.
Not doing quite as much damage.
I know you said he was tougher already, but I'm not gonna say it's sizable, but it's it's noticeably bigger. Get busy on it. I wonder if the animations change with that move the more you level it up.
That's the only moment I did some juggling. I'm not really sure how I did it. It seemed like Ku knocked him in the air, and then I was able to...
Hold on. She busting pistols too, huh? The only thing we heard about before this, Jake, from you was the bow and arrow. What's going on, Jake?
That's the only moment I did some
Jake
juggling.
gangbanging.
I'm not really sure
What is this? Emma is anyway. That's kind of dope though. It looks like something that's on her wrist and looks like it fires like arrows. But I like this. I like this. But I like this juggling too. You know, I'm a Tekken. You know, that's your boy. If y'all been here long enough, you know Tekken's my edge. But I like that. I like that. Do it again. Juggle him again. Okay, come in.
That's the only moment I did some juggling.
What?
I'm not really sure how I did it. It seemed like Ku knocked him in the air, and then I was able to immediately jump to them and start attacking.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna want to get nice at that. I like that.
All right, here's another golem. We're gonna skip through this.
その姿
So at the end of this, you can see it's holding a bow. This is where Emma gets a bow.
Okay,
so before I was firing this little like hand crossbow thing, so it seems like there are multiple different ranged weapons. Neat.
朽ちるだけじゃ持っていこう
Really turned into a revolver. That's what that joint was. Okay. Zangetsu bow. I wonder if there's more than
So to
one
wrap
bow,
this up,
or
we are
if you
going to
just
fight
keep
the
same bow, you
Nishu
just keep
boss
leveling
at
it
the
up.
very end, or at least what I presume is the end of the area. As I said in my preview,
That's a
I managed to
big-ass
one-shot
boss.
this thing, which according to the people running the demo, they were saying that no one had done
That's
that
not
yet,
easy.
but they
Yeah.
probably say it to everyone.
They-
Kutoも協力して敵の動きを止めることも
Shit, Jake. Listen, hey, I feel like they not the type to like just butter you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they let you know if you was.
Yeah, so as you can see, I am
so they probably
doing
let you know
a
if
lot
you're
of
nice.
parrying, and as I parry, the stagger bar below the boss's health is increasing.
Okay.
And using this ability to slow down time to get extra attacks on it. It felt really good, honestly. I love Sekiro. That's one thing I talked about in my preview. Like, Sekiro is an all-timer for sure. I
do
still
level, you can
consistently
blind it or
boot it up.
burn Okay. I heard what you last said though. But to say he consistently boots up Sekiro, which I'm sure a lot of people do.
But as you can see, once I filled that stagger bar, it
Yeah,
tumbles.
it
So there's
does,
not
yeah. You
like
can do
a
stupid
immediate
damage.
one-shot kill. After that, I can just go up and attack it.
Thumb damage. Like a third of health left.
なんじゃ何が起きておる
汚れの森奴が周囲の腐食に関心した腐食で視界が悪くなる
But
見
see,
失うな
I also feel like this brother being modest too because if you play Sekiro a lot, bro, and they already told you that the parry window in this is not as small as it is in that. This is like not saying maybe it didn't take him a couple minutes to use to it, but it's like, bro, you do this like all the time, bro. Like literally in the same kind of capacity slash art style. Okay.
スーの技使えるさ
That's why he cooked this boss. Yeah, get busy. Okay.
There we go. Stagger again.
Yeah, when I
was kind of hoping since his health would be low, there'd be like a finisher.
Oh, there is.
But there isn't, so I had Ku finish him off.
Yeah,
I got to see a little bit of story stuff after that, but that's pretty much where the demo ended. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, make sure to subscribe to GameSpot. And if you haven't seen my Beast of Reincarnation preview yet, we'll link it here so you can check that out. The game comes out August 3rd, and I'm really excited. I enjoyed my time quite a bit. Was pleasantly surprised with everything I saw and played.
That was tough though at the end there. Yeah, Peep, like you were like we unlocked a combo with that Nishi skills. So are the skills just new combos? That's tough too. Sakura Storm.
We'll link it here so you can check that out. The game comes out August 3rd, and I'm really excited. I enjoyed my time quite a bit. Was pleasantly surprised with everything I saw and played.
I like you.
去ってゆく 巣に向かったようじゃ。
Okay. Hey, listen, man. So far this looks kind of good, and I'm not, I know I watched 2 videos by the same, both by GameSpot, both by Jake Decker, but I mean, I don't think they would make it. And if he likes Sekiro as much as he's saying he does, and he's saying that he's enjoyed this 90 minutes, so it's not like it was only a couple minutes. It was a super long time. Don't know how long it's gonna take to beat the game, but an hour and a half ain't bad. But yeah, y'all. So y'all let me know if y'all excited for this down in the comments. I know I am. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next vid. This vid's longer than I wanted it to, but I just wanted to say I love y'all. Man, I'm back and I'm gonna stack up and then we're gonna do this the right way. But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next vid, alright? Peace.
Let me see you dump.